Shalom, shalom. We are the real Hebrew Israelites, coming to you week in and week out, prophesying the return of the Most High, Heavenly Son. First and foremost, all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakodash. Double honor to the apostles out in New York, the great millstone of GMS. Honors to all Akim, lifting up the name of Yahweh, Yahushai, in truth and sincerity. Shalom to the sisters who are obedient to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakodash. Shalom to the children of the hopeful righteous elect. This is Brother Uriah from the Great Millstone, Chicago, and wanted to go into a brief lesson. Well, we'll see how the spirit goes. But the other day, I did a lesson lambasting, Keisha, the N-dub, women who are not righteous, women who are wicked, and the lamentation of the men of the Lord and dealing with that. And I ended that lesson on the elect lady. And the Spirit wanted me to go into examples of the mindset of the elect lady, a righteous elect lady. Because we lambast wicked women all the time, but in the kingdom, for eternity, billions and trillions and quadrillions of years, we will forget this hellhole of our women coming against us, this Vashti spirit ruling the women world and as we know it. But there are examples of women who got the spirit or portions of the spirit of the Lord upon them, who are tired of this shit, who see the bullshit. So I'm going to go through the scriptures and do a commentary on some of these videos and posts of examples of the mindset of the elect lady, because this is what we have to look forward to. And this right here pales in comparison to what we're going to get, because what we're going to get is going to be a total devotion, a total undying love. When you see your kids come run into the door when you know daddy's home, the kids come, all right, that's how the bitch is going to be. They're going to be waiting for us at the door. When we arrive in our chariots, they're going to say, hey, he's coming. Sisters, Shemai. Come on, sisters, he's coming. Everybody get ready. Come on, let's get ready. They're going to get in there. They're going to doll themselves up for us. Not doll ourselves up to go out and work for Esau. Not doll ourselves out to go out to the bar. You know how many times I go out to my brother's little karaoke thing to support him, and I see a whole bunch of bitches, and I'm like, man, she's fine as hell. Hey, sister, how you doing? Oh, I'm sorry, I got a man. What the fuck you out here looking fine and gorgeous like here, shaking your ass and doing the dunk, the derriere dunk, twerk and shit? What the fuck? Now I gotta look at your ass. This one girl came back to this the other margaritas because I had to say fuck them and put curses on them. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm at the other one, because motherfucker, I can't make no money there, and I made double what I made double here yesterday than I made working there. You know what I'm saying? Because it's bullshit. But that's part of the afflictions of the righteous. But then I see this Israelite. No, Slovakia. She's Venezuelan. All right. And you would have thought she had a nigga derriere. And she was wearing these joggers. I just couldn't. Every time I went to the kitchen, and she was leaning over the thingy thing, and I'm like, I don't want to see that. I don't know if she got a man. I don't know if she got a man. I would assume she got a man, because you can't look that sexy and not have a man. Even though that can happen. But it's like, it's a vexation. They all going to be dolled up. They all going to be beautiful, inside and out. And I have a couple examples. These are mediocre examples at best, because they're not in their perfection and there's holes in their game. But it's enough to give you an idea, all right, of the love, the devotion, the care, the worship, the sincerity. See, you brethren who never had a real woman like myself, who loved me from the rooter to the tutor, unperfect teeth, unperfect skin, unperfect everything, you know. Right here in the flesh, we're imperfect. But it doesn't matter. The women give Esau, women give Ishmael, Edom give Moab, and all these other heathens devotion and love and worship and undying care to them and their imperfections. But in us and our imperfections, we're mocked, we're scorned, and we're laughed at, and we're lame, and we're booty, and we're nothing. All right? That's going to change. And I can't wait for that day. Ban Malak put, we not going to walk through the door with scorning face on your rib face like in today's earth. And that's right. They're not going to walk in with us, hey, my love, hey, baby. It's going to be more of like Coming to America, the first one. When Eddie woke up to some beautiful music, and you go into the pool, the lavish pool, and have Your Royal Highness rod is cleaned. You know what I'm saying? Looking ass, you know, and things of that nature. That's what we're going to wake up into. All right, we're going to wake up into royalty and devotion. All right, so I got enough talking. Virgin Islands, the water. Shalom to Akim and Akwath on the boards. And for you Akwath on the boards, you all might be, if you all complete your task and your journey, you all might be those hopeful, righteous, elect ladies. I know some of you all have husbands that are believers. I know some of you have husbands that are not believers. Don't worry about that. The Most High could convert them, or the Most High is going to go ahead on and nabal them. Go look up Nabal, Nabal, read the story, and you'll understand what I mean, and give you to a righteous man. All right? And I told you I'm always on the market. All right? Serious. All right? Because we want comfort, we want peace, and we have no peace. Even with the women we have, we don't always have peace. All right? But some of you all might be of the hopeful, righteous elect. That's what you all are fighting for. Okay? 1 Corinthians 2:9, but as it is written, I have not seen, nor ear heard, nor have entered into the heart of man the things which God has prepared for them that love him. You don't know true devotion. You don't know true love. You don't know. See, if you watch Michael Jackson and how men and women, oh my God! Oh my God! Ah! Pulling off their panties, throwing the panties up, fainting. They had a stack of ambulances at every concert because motherfuckers would pass the fuck out. We're going to have a even more effect when we walk into the room of our woman, or she walk into our room. And forgive my bluntness and my graphicness. Brothers who know me, I'm very blunt and I'm very graphic. It's just my nature. They're going to cream. If you don't know what I mean, you'll learn one day. They're going to cream us instantaneously. When we open our mouth to speak, shalom, my love, they're gonna swoon. I'm talking about from the rooter to the tutor. They're gonna barely be able to contain themselves. That's how glorious we in the power we're going to have and the effect that we're going to have over our women. And they're going to love every single moment. They're going to be loved to be hit once every couple of months. You know, because most of the time we're going to hit them, we're going to get pregnant. We just might hit them a couple more times. But we're going to have hundreds to thousands of women, depending on the brother. So we might not hit you for a couple of weeks, a couple of months, or whatever. And you're going to love it. Because one time dealing with us is going to be like a lifetime of pleasure that you can always instantly tap into your mind and be comforted. Ain't going to be no sex toys in the kingdom. Okay? Ain't going to be no vibrators in the kingdom. Okay? That shit pisses me the fuck off. Hebrews 4:12. He put up Sirach 26:15. A shamefaced and faithful woman is a double grace, and her continent mind cannot be valued. Thy people also shall, okay, this is Isaiah 16:21. Thy people shall also be all righteous. They shall inherit the land forever. The branch of my planting, the work of my hands, that I may be glorified. Isaiah 16:22. A little one shall become 1,000. A small one, a strong nation. The Lord will hasten it in his time. All right. The Lord's going to give the women double grace. All right. Her mind cannot be valued because she's going to be how the scripture said we have the mind of Hamashiach. So we're down here thinking how Hamashiach thinks, pissed off how Hamashiach is, upset how Hamashiach is. They're going to be like that. They're going to have our mind. Hey, baby, don't do that. To the new recruits that come in, the new heathens and new, hey, this is how he likes this. He wants it like this. He wants it like that. This is how you fold. This is how you fold that. This is how you cook. This is how you cook that. He likes this color. He likes this thing. He likes this vibration. It's going to be about our mindsets, as we're about the mindset of Yahushua, who's about the mindset of the Lord. All right. With no further ado, I don't want to get too far in the video without playing some of these. I'm going to hopefully come and hit some of these scriptures that's on the comment board. I want to go also to Proverbs, the 31st chapter, and I want to go into Ecclesiasticus, and I want to go back into that elect lady in the gospel, in the New Testament. But first, I'm going to play some of these videos. I'm going to start off with Auntie Ayanla. She kind of get on my nerves sometimes because she goes the fuck off. But a lot of things she says is on point. So you have to spit out the bones sometimes. And I believe she means well. And she comes off as a decent spirit. But it's still a little edge of masculinity on her that is like, bitch, you still ain't been humbled. But she be humbling these bitches. Okay? And a lot of things that she says is on point. So she's not in the right, she's not under a hopeful righteous elect that I know of. So that explains that. So we got to deal with it. But I'm going to start off with her.
Aggression comes from the head, and it's ego and control.
Let's see.
I find certain generations of women today are extremely. Women today, I find certain generations of women today are extremely aggressive, unkind, unloving, and mean as hell.
I'm gonna play that again.
Devices for too long. I find women to be mean as hell. I'm sorry.
Really? Oh my gosh. Am I mean? Oh yes. Jasmine, are you mean? A little bit. Yeah, you might.
I'm straightforward too.
Yeah.
I'm in your face and on your world, but I'm not mean.
Okay. Are you aggressive?
No, I'm assertive.
Okay.
I'm not aggressive.
What's the difference?
Well, first of all, your intention.
Okay.
In assertiveness, it's about dominion and accomplishing a particular thing. And aggressive, it's about control and getting what you're going for.
Okay.
And there's a difference. One comes from the head, one comes from the heart. Assertion comes from the heart. Aggression comes from the head. And it's ego and control. And women today, I find, certain generations of women today are extremely aggressive, unkind, unloving, and mean as hell.
All right, and yeah, you got to spit out some of the bones.
Devices for too long. I find women to be mean as hell.
And that is very true. Women, the scripture says, surely your turning things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. The Lord said, he that beginneth the wife beginneth the possession. Let me get that. All right, and it's supposed to be a comfort, a pillow. So how the fuck, have you ever had a mean pillow? The worst thing my pillow's ever done to me, which sometimes I like it and sometimes I don't, is when I flip it on the other motherfucking side and it's a little cold. That's the only, but sometimes I like that because especially when I've been hot and sweaty, which is the reason why I flipped the motherfucker over, because I woke up and I sweated and my pillow a little wet and I hate the wet pillow. So I flipped the bitch over and then it's kind of cool. Now, if I was hot and sweaty, then it's refreshing. But if I did that when it's fluffing the pillow, flipping over, it's cold and I'm kind of like, oh damn, it's already cold. I'm like, a cold pillow. Who wants a cold pillow? All right. That's the worst thing I can say about a pillow outside of a pillow fight. Because if somebody hits you hard with a pillow, that motherfucker will hurt. All right. All right. So when the Lord says, it's one of my favorite scriptures so I have certain scriptures that it's like, oh, it's one of my faves, but it's not in the best light way. All right. Sirach 26:25. A shameless woman, a woman who's not humble, a woman who's bold, a woman who's assertive, a woman who's man, shut the fuck up. Man don't want no assertive or goddamn aggressive woman, man. He want a soft, feminine woman. Assertive and feminine don't even sound goddamn right to me. Aggressive and feminine don't sound right to me. Ayanla. All right? You need to change that. Be soft. Be humble, because if your words are right, you don't have to be assertive. You don't have to be aggressive. It's for men to be assertive. It's for men to be aggressive. Now, if you're a woman dealing with women, y'all can do that shit, but not to men. And we men don't like that shit. A shameless woman should be counted as a dog, but she that is shamefaced will fear the Lord. A woman who's humble shall fear the Lord. Okay? A woman that honoreth her husband shall be judged wise of all, but she that dishonoreth him in her pride shall be counted ungodly of all. All right? I wanted that, but I also wanted the other one. Give me a second. Salakia. All right. Right. Sirach 36:24. I got to go up some. But I'm going to start here, but I'm going to go up. He that getteth a wife beginneth a possession, a help like unto himself, and a pillar of rest. A pillar of rest. Someone I can... baby. The water, my love. That's how your woman's supposed to make you feel. That's what she's supposed to be to you. We men war and do all our men shit and come home to be like, baby. Man wants nothing better. All right? After dealing with the Lord, dealing with the brotherhood, and dealing with the heathens, all right? And dealing with life and our job as men of the Lord. After that, that's the next best thing we want. All right? To let our hair down. Okay? I'm going to jump up a little bit. Verse 20, a froward heart, that assertive, aggressive mind, especially from a woman, causes heaviness. Here this bitch go again. What the fuck? God damn! God damn this bitch. And trust me, we cuss you motherfuckers out to the Lord. And that's why the Lord be jacking y'all fuckers up. Because the Lord jack us up. Y'all jacking us up. You ain't gonna get jacked the fuck up back. But a man of experience will recompense him. A woman will receive every man. Yet is one daughter better than another. See, under any circumstances, a woman will take Fat Albert, all right, to Popeye, okay, to the midget, to the paraplegic, all right? But a man won't take every woman. There's some women who say, hell no, I'm not. I'd rather use Pamelina, Lafina and Rafina Pamelina. The left hand and the right hand. They'd rather use that. All right? And the man don't really want to do that either. All right? You leave us no choice! No. I'm so sorry. The beauty of a woman cheereth the countenance, and a man loveth nothing better. When we come home from a hard day's work and see our woman fine and dolled up for us, smelling good, looking good, with that perfect walk, that perfect giggle, that little smirk, that little crinkle or wrinkle right over there or whatever, it's always something. Man be like, that's why you catch your man just like, I gotta snap out of it. God damn it, this fell just like that. And women use that, like this one bitch said, I used to be a succubus. These bitches are gone, they're revolted and gone. All right, we ain't focusing on them, we focus on the righteous. So we showing the righteous mindset. All right, and to Ayala's credit, I know I'll be butchering her name. To her credit, she's right. Women are so fucking mean when they're supposed to be soft like this. Verse 23, if there be kindness, meekness, and comfort in her tongue, then is not her husband like other men. She's kind. Hey, my baby. Hi, my love. Baby, what can I do for you today? I know you're about to go to work, my love. Is there anything you want me to do before you come home that you want? Just let me know. I got you. And then when she do it, she goes over and beyond the call of duty. Okay? That's what men want. He that getteth a wife beginneth a possession, a help like unto himself. We don't go around beating up ourselves like the scripture says and smacking ourselves and fucking ourselves up. So why would I want a woman to do that? I want comfort. All right? I'm trying to build and help myself. I want you to help me help myself, which is helping us. And a pillar of rest. Where no hedges, where no boundaries are. All right? The possession is spoiled. She's going to rip and run the streets and she's for the streets! And he that hath no wife will wander up and down mourning. Man, I'm sick and tired of this shit. 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 Fucking motherfucking bitch. This goddamn Sherlock right young boy. Nothing right. I can mess with fire. I'm calling this bitch. I was, man, shit, bitch did it again. Took my child. This bitch did it again. She did this. This bitch did it again. She did that. This bitch did it again. She did this. It's cold. I'm gonna get back to some of these videos. We'll get to the next one.
Devices for too long. I find women to be. Why can't we be equal? Why do you?
Okay. I didn't do that. Don't play with me. All right.
Be mean. And a black woman, it's not a compliment. I never hear a man that is raising children alone say, I'm mom and dad. He never becomes overly feminine because he's raising children. But we as women become overly masculine because we are raising children, because I'm mom and dad and I gotta do all these things, right? And now I put extra stuff on me and then I say, ain't nobody helping me. Well, nobody told you to do that. There is help available, all because I was trying to overcompensate for what daddy wasn't doing. I didn't have to be mom and dad because when you think of something strong, you do not think of coming to the aid of it. So when we are looked at and walk around as strong, what we're putting out is, I do not need assistance. I don't need your help. So anytime a man says, oh, I love it, you're so strong, I said, no, I'm not strong. I'm resilient. I'm not independent. I'm interdependent. Because nobody ever comes to the aid of the strong person. So when I'm around men, my wrists are broke. Please do not address me as a strong, independent black woman. It's not a compliment. I never hear a man that is raising children alone say, I'm mom and dad. He never becomes overly feminine because he's raising children. But we as women become overly masculine because we are raising children, because I'm mom and dad and I gotta do all these things, right? And now I put extra stuff on me and then I say, ain't nobody helping me. Well, nobody told you to do that. There is help available, all because I was trying to overcompensate for what daddy wasn't doing. I didn't have to be mom and dad because when you think of something strong, you do not think of coming to the aid of it. So when we are looked at and walk around as strong, what we're putting out is, I do not need assistance. I don't need your help. So anytime a man says, oh, I love it, you're so strong, I said, no, I'm not strong. I'm resilient. I'm not independent. I'm interdependent. Because nobody ever comes to the aid of the strong person. So when I'm around men, my wrists are broke. Please do not address me as a strong.
And you know, she says some good things there about that so-called fucking independent woman. No one on the planet is independent. We are all interdependent on each other. If I need a wash towel, I needed some textile company to make that shit because I and my wife don't know how to pick some fucking cotton. All right, takes a sheep and or whatever, get fine linen and make me what I need. Since the women don't know how to sew anymore, we don't have washcloths that our woman can make for us. We don't have our woman in the garden. We don't have our woman sewing. Right now, I guarantee if you look at sewing machine sales in the 40s, to sewing machine sales right now, you're gonna see it's drastically different. Okay? Bitches ain't sewing, bitches ain't cooking, bitches are being boss. Now it's funny because one of the girls who works as cute little Iscarite who left her man, who was an asshole and a gangbanger and just a nut, a violent beast, and who cheated on her, which is no such thing as fucking cheating. And so she broke up with him. Now she's with some Italian boy, you know what I'm saying? But she made a comment because I picked her up for work because she needed a ride. And she's like, I'm so sick of this shit. I have nobody to help me. I'm just all by myself and I got to do all this shit. Oh my God. But then she kicked the nigga out who was the help. Because he went and got comfort from another motherfucker because you run your motherfucking mouth. But now you're complaining that you ain't got to do all this by myself. All this all by my lonesome. But then that's why who set it up? Captain America. Okay? Captain Save-A-Ho, the so-called white man, he's the true Captain Save-A-Ho, if you really want to know. He put that bullshit in her mind. And so now she's, all the women independent, throw your hands up in the air. Looking ass. But now they're sorrowful because now you got to go do man's work and mommy's work. And you can't cut it because you're not a man. Men can do it because we are men and we made women. So we can do man's work and woman's work. And like she said, we know, like, let me go put on some makeup and some fingernails to show my daughter how to be a girl. Hell the fuck no. We're going to say, no, baby, you don't sit like that. You sit like this. It's still going to come out manly, but they're going to get it because the words and what we're teaching is going to be correct. Okay? And how she ended it was, you know, my hands are going to be like, that's how all women are supposed to be. And that mindset. All right? Soft. Ain't no independent woman. Fuck. That don't even make sense. All right?
I put extra stuff on me, and then I say, ain't nobody helping me. Well, you wanted niggas to treat them like princesses, but y'all act like niggas, bro. In today's generation, in today's society, the average female is an 18-year-old nigga, bro. Y'all ass talk like a nigga, you move like a nigga, you walk like a nigga. Y'all live like niggas, bro. Y'all eat, drink, sleep, piss, go to the club, smoke hookah. You live like a pirate, real life, bro. All y'all do is crab boils, drink, and smoke. That's a pirate-based lifestyle. And then you be coming to the nigga talking about something. Why can't you treat me and let me live in my femininity and let me be submissive? You don't want to be submissive, nigga. The moment a nigga try to goddamn be a nigga, bro, the female goddamn is like, you're doing too much. Da 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 da. Hey, bro, I ain't finna get into that shit because it's a very controversial statement, but a lot of people can agree. Females be saying they want to be feminine and they be saying they want to live inside they goddamn, what's that shit called? They be want to live inside I'm trying to think of what it's called. They soft girl era. Y'all ain't no soft girls. Y'all niggas is thugs. Y'all females around this bitch talking about some Brody and no cap and y'all be out here calling niggas twin and some more shit, man. The day a female called me twin, all that princess shit out the window, man. Use the bro, on God. And you shouldn't feel no type of way when I treat you like the bro. The fuck, twin? Come on, man. How the fuck you acting like King James and you want me to treat you like Queen Elizabeth? Get the fuck out of here, cuz.
And he's right. Now, the reason why I played that one is because you look at the opposite of what he says. That's the mindset of a righteous woman. All right? We don't want a bitch who smoke and drink and act like the bros. And he's so right. These women, I hear them all the time. My big booty bitch, you know, that had to keep her arms fucking length on the other side of the city because her ass is fucking certifiable like crazy. All right? Like, seriously. On God, let this motherfucker come over here. Let this motherfucker come over here. I'm gonna fuck his ass up. Bitch, shut the fuck up. You ain't gonna fuck shit up. I tell a motherfucker, shut up. No, I hear a motherfucker sometimes, look, I'm not that one. I don't do that. Because I'll come in and break a nigga off. I don't play that shit. Bitch, shut the fuck up. A righteous woman will never have that mindset. She would if anybody was to get her into that mindset, you know what she would do? Not deal with that motherfucker. Well, that's not my cup of fucking tea. She wouldn't be out at the crab broils. All right? She wouldn't be at the goddamn club all the time. You know what I'm saying? She would not be at hanging out with a whole bunch of niggas. This one lady told me, yeah, I like you. I really don't want to, date you. I just want to be friends. Bitch, what men got a whole bunch of females as friends? If I got a bunch of women that my friends, I'm fucking them. Period. I ain't got no woman who got a man or ain't got a man and that's my friend. Because if I got you and you ain't got no man and you're my friend, I'm looking to fuck you. And that's why people always do it. They'll say, you got a man that's the best friend? Yes. Does he want to be with you? Hell no. Give me your phone. Call him and tell him that you want to get with him. See what he say. And every motherfucking time, that bitch said, hey, what's up, James? What you doing? No, I'm just chilling, love. What's going on with you, girl? I ain't out here. I'm just kicking. I just got a question. I was thinking about it. I was really wondering, we've been friends for a long time, right? Yeah. You're my dog. What's up, girl? I was wondering if you can come over. We can spend some intimate time. Would you be down with that? Hell yeah. Every time. Every fucking time. Okay? Men don't want to have some fine bitch around him that he's not trying to get with. Y'all stupid. Well, that's my friend. No, he trying to fuck. Dummy. Okay, I'm gonna keep it moving. Ah, come on.
And as women, we must reject the strong woman narrative. Why? God did not ask women to be strong for our husbands. He asks us to submit to our husbands. And the strong woman narrative is the reason why over 80% of marriages go into divorce, because women file for divorce because they think that men don't recognize their strength. What it is that they're not looking for your strength, they're looking for your submission. And because you have adopted this strong woman narrative, you won't submit. Therefore, your marriage don't survive. The strong woman narrative is demonic. It is from Satan, and you must reject it because it is destroying our homes and our families. Men are looking for submission. Submission is according to God's order. Remember that today and carry on. She's right.
I'll play it again because the little first got caught off a little bit.
Sis, can I share something with you? As wives and as women, we must reject the strong woman narrative. Why? God did not ask women to be strong for our husbands. Sis, can I share something with you?
Okay, so she said the Most High didn't make women to be strong for her husband. And I would say you can be strong for me, but strong for me is not in that masculine type of way. All right, you can be strong in your femininity. You can be strong in righteousness. You can be strong in your cooking skills. You can be strong in a lot of different ways. All right, but what she meant by that, strong as in a masculine identity, a masculine way. You have to see. You have to be feminine. All right, you have to be strong in your femininity. Okay, and in your submission. So now since she said submit, I'm gonna have to go into submit, because the scripture says, wives, be what? Submit to your husbands. And so I'm going to pull it up. All right. This is the mindset of a righteous woman. Baby, why would we, can we do such and such and such? I think we should do such and such. No, baby, we're going to do this. Okay, baby. And if she was or thought she really was right, well, baby, I totally support you and I feel good with that. But baby, if it don't work, could you please try mine? I would tell them, yeah, baby, I'll try yours if it don't work. Because if I was wrong, I would want somebody to have my back. Moses, he was about to get killed by the Lord because he didn't circumcise his sons. And Zipporah cut the foreskins off and had his back. Even though she was disrespectful with it, threw him at his feet and shit. That's how, man, I would have cussed their ass out. But like, well, thanks, baby. Thank you, Lord. Don't ever throw them shit in. Don't ever fucking do that shit again. Don't ever throw that shit at me. Fuck out of here. Don't do that shit. Fuck. I would have cussed her out about that. But at the same time, I would have been like, I didn't know I was about to get jacked the fuck up. She had my back, which would make me even fall more in love with her because she had my back. Just like when a brother has your back, you'd be like, man, that brother loves me. That's my brother. So how much our woman? That's my boo. Can't wait till I get a hold of you. I'm going to do you something special tonight, baby girl. Y'all don't know as men. All right? This is Ephesians 5:22. Wives, submit yourselves to your own husbands as unto the Lord. The Lord, and that's so cool. We're going to bring this scripture out more. The Lord tell you, and because you can ask a woman, hey baby, do you worship me like you worship the Lord? Oh hell no, you ain't the Lord. You ain't God. Be the first motherfucking shit this bitch fucking ratchet ass say. But the Lord just said right here. Matter of fact, let's go for verse 24. Well, matter of fact, no. Verse 21. Submitting yourselves one to another in the fear of God. We men submit ourselves to other men. Our job is not to submit to the woman. Okay? The closest thing you're going to see me submit to a woman is me going on my knees between her legs. That's about the closest you're going to see. And otherwise, there ain't no submission. Okay? Wives, submit yourselves to your own husbands as unto the Lord, as unto Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai. Do you submit yourself to Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai, righteous woman? Oh, if you so-called do, just as you do it to Yahweh, you do it to the man. That's fucking simple. If you can't see it, you're hacha. But you submit to Esau at the work job. You go ahead and submit to Ishmael and all these other heathens. Okay? You go and submit to them. Okay? Good morning, Sandra.
Good morning.
How you doing? I like that good morning. That was all cheerful and shit. How you doing?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'll be in a second. All right. Now, and see, women don't know men. Just like the girl who just walked in. She's a portly woman. Very rotund. Okay? She's kind of cute. It's a correct. But her spirit, every time I see her, is chipper like that. Singing the top of boom. Knowing she got her depression, because I seen her in her face, and I can see when, I know the Lord gave me a gift of discernment, so I can see when people kind of feeling somewhere going through, if the Lord showed it to me. And so I seen her in that positions, conditions. But just because her chipperness, just because of her spirit and her cuteness, I don't want her on this side, unless the Lord set that up. Because I deal, but I don't like that. I don't like big girls like that. And especially round big girls. I don't mind. My rule is, if your stomach is bigger than your titties or your ass, it's too much for me. If it's underneath that, I can maybe deal. Take that. You know what I'm saying? And not just me. Some brothers I know several brothers love that rotundness. All right, and that's perfect. Every man in his made. All right. But I claimed her. You know what I'm saying? Because of her spirit. It's not always about the looks. It's not always about, oh, she got big titties. Oh, she got a nice ass. Oh, she fine as hell. As a matter of fact, and Elder Malcolm could attest, this one sister, Carlotta, at the Marianos up north, when we come out of the dojo, and she's an older woman, and she fancies me. I know she does. And they on the menu on Saturdays is always some fat shit. And she know we don't eat that shit, and we want the salmon and what the bam. She'll see me and she'll be like, hey, let me go make you some salmon in the back. I'm gonna go cook you some salmon. I'm gonna make you some. And she'll go in the back and make me some fresh ass salmon. I'm like, and this woman don't look like nothing I would want. And she's a little stick. No tits, no ass, no nothing. Nothing to make me, it would never in my life be like, never. It would have been like, and a matter of fact, it would have been like, she would have been over glazed. I wouldn't even pay no attention. But I paid attention to that. Why you like me? Why you making sure you go in the back and make me some salmon? You love my spirit. And every time I see her, she's smiling and cheesing and saying hello. I claim her because she likes me. She really loves me. Ain't no bullshit. Something in my spirit she sees and loves. And she shows it through her actions. That's simple. See, y'all women don't understand men. You all women should be fighting to understand us. Because then you'll get it. All right. But anyway, let's back to the scriptures. All right. Ephesians 5:22. Wives, submit yourselves unto your own husbands as unto the Lord. You have to be submissive. And that word submit means to be under. to bow the knee to obey. That's simple. For the husband is the head of the wife. We are your ruler. We are your head. We are your king, as the scripture said above it, as unto the Lord. Like we are lords. Sarah called Abraham Lord. All the women, if your woman ain't calling you master, Lord, my king, my liege, she's going the fuck off. And you righteous woman, if you have a righteous man, call him Lord and see how much your everything gets better. Everything, if you get my drift. Call your man Lord. Call him Adanya. Adan meaning Lord. Ya, my. Adanya. Adawanya. There's another way to say it. Malakia, my king. All right? Call him Lord. Call him king. And watch. I promise you, the Lord is going to bless you, and he's going to bless you in every single way. No cap. Right? For the husband is the head of the wife, even as Hamashiach, Yahushai, who they ignorantly call Jesus, is the head, the ruler of the church, which is the men of the Lord. And he is the savior of the body. And we're the savior of a woman. How is a woman saved? Through childbearing. What's up, big bro?
How you doing?
I'm doing all right. Just doing a little live show on YouTube. Yeah. Hey, you put our names on the board.
I got you.
Good. Yeah. And if he comes back, he might do, but on Fridays we can do 3 in the morning, so it's okay. All right. Hate this place, man. It's lacking. So therefore, as the church is subject unto Hamashiach, so let the wives be to their husbands in everything. All things, man. All things. He didn't say some, he said them all. Okay? Husbands, love your wives, even as Hamashiach also loved the church and gave himself for it. The Lord gives us rules. If we don't love our wife and treat our wife right, the Most High would fuck us up. Look at Nabal again. Read the story of Nabal. Nabal, Nabal, which absolutely means fool in Hebrew. So don't be Nabal, woman. Don't be Nabalish. All right? That he might sanctify and cleanse it with the washing of the water by the word. All right? Verse 28. So ought men to love their wives as their own bodies. He that loveth his wife loveth himself. For no man ever hated his own flesh, smacking himself, beating yourself up every goddamn day, but nourisheth it and cherishes it, even as the Lord loves the church. We're preening and pruning, trying to say, God damn, let me do. Okay? That's how we are. That's how we're supposed to be. All right? Get to some of these more videos. I got a bunch of them. I might let a couple play just for...
it is from Satan, and you must reject it because it... Men entrepreneurs are winning. Why do you think that is? Oh, you're not gonna like my answer. One thing that they did during slavery is that they made sure to emasculate the man, right, and then make the woman powerful. And the reason why they made the woman powerful is because primary caretakers of the babies. And we're going to do everything that we can to make sure our babies live. Things are put in place so black women can feel like they don't need a man. So you think it's designed to separate and conquer? You can tell when there's not a father in the household. The kids carry themselves a different way. And you can see that they're lacking something, especially the boys. This narrative about being this independent black woman. Did you never hear another race say that? We need to get rid of that narrative. It shouldn't be one person over the other. You should be working together to build. Yeah. Women entrepreneurs are winning. Why do you think that is? Oh, you're not gonna like my answer. One thing that they did during slavery is
and you can go into the Willie Lynch letters, and they said pit the man versus the woman, put the woman over the man. tall and short, light skin, dark skin, straighter hair, kinkier hair. He made those juxtapositions and set them against each other. But and specifically the woman over the man, to demasculate the man and take over the household. That was right on point. We say it all the time. They turned up the family unit upside down. Surely you're turning the things upside down. Shall be esteemed as the potter's clay, to destroy Israelite men. And if you can destroy the Israelite man, you can destroy us completely. Apostle Tahar says it often. If we didn't have problems with our women, this slavery wouldn't be that bad. But now I got to fight everything, even my woman, my pillow, it got spikes on it. That's rough. And that was right on point. Okay? And if a woman doesn't realize the scheme of Esau Edom, she's profiting off of it. And that's why, like the old girl I was talking about earlier, she was like, guess how much I'm getting back from the IRS if I file my taxes? I'm getting 10 bands. I'm getting 10 bands. Why? Because they gave her special programs and special cuts and child credits and all this other shit. Bro, I can't see 10 bands back from the IRS. And then when I did get it, they took 19 of them. I was like, son of a bitch, you just took 19,000 just like that from my ass. The bitches get everything. We'll be lucky to get $400-500. These bitches are getting bands. And then they blow it on them hair hats. They blow them on cars. They blow them on bullshit because they don't have a man to guide them, to tell them, no, don't buy that car. Don't get this. Don't get that. Don't do this. Don't do that. And the shit is horrible. Absolutely horrible. Absolutely lovely. God damn it. Salakia. I love working around all these Israelites, though. I'm telling you, boy. Anyway, I'm going to keep it moving because I can go more into this. But I got a couple more and I want to get some more scriptures out, and the time is running up. So I don't want to be super long. So.
Right? Feminism is a scam. A few years ago, I was an angry, blue-haired feminist. I once believed that male privilege was real and that I was a victim of the wage gap. Now that I understand the true motives of feminism, I know that this could not be further from the truth, and that modern-day feminism is a war on true masculinity. Before women had the right to vote, most were stay-at-home wives, which meant they weren't working jobs and couldn't be taxed. Our overlords didn't like that. Rockefeller started funding feminist campaigns in media, and as a consequence of the movement, women started entering the workforce and leaving the home. Children would then be separated from their parents and sent to Rockefeller-funded schools to be indoctrinated by the state. All of this ultimately disrupting the family unit at its core. Feminism is defined as the belief in social, economic, and political equality of the sexes. But in the West, I must ask, what rights do men have that women don't? Modern feminists are convincing women that hookup culture, using hormonal birth control, and not shaving is liberation. That toxic masculinity is prevalent and the patriarchy must be dismantled. Through movies and media, we're taught that working for the man, climbing the corporate ladder, and paying tax is more empowering and valuable than raising the next generation. Women have lost touch with our natural loving instincts, and birth rates are plummeting. Men and women are not the same. And by protesting for equality of outcome rather than opportunity, feminists are demonizing and emasculating men.
And perfectly said.
So, what do you suggest the women in the West do if, everyone's advice is for men in the West to look elsewhere for a wife? What happens to all the women in the West then?
Well, that one study we referenced was said by 2030 or something, 50% of women would be without a man. So that's the direction we're heading, because part of the problem, the men that are looking for those traditional values are starting to go overseas, and then the other half of the men are just checking out completely. They don't want to deal with women at all. So this is going to be a big issue that women are going to deal with in the future as their options dwindle.
And that's Isaiah 32. They shall lament for the teats, okay? The fruitful vines, the fields. They're gonna lament for that protection. The Lord said a man will be a hedge, all right? A covert from the wind, from the destruction. Without a righteous man leading you, they're going to be absolutely miserable. And men, all you got to do is watch Murph videos, okay? And go to Murph's Instagram. And it's going to be Castle City. White Castle, Spice Castle, Rice Castle, everything but Keisha Castle. All right. And the Lord set him up with that spirit to break us from under the spell of Keisha, the curse of Keisha. Because, be honest, I love Iskar. I love Venezuelans. I love all the tribes, and I love all the tribes. When I say all the tribes, I'm talking about the planet. I love a Chinese woman, a Japanese woman. I love all the women, East Indian women. I ain't even had all these motherfuckers. And I love them. I want them. But nothing beat a Judite woman for me. I don't know what it is. A Southern Kingdom woman. Don't know. But fuck y'all if you're not following Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And it took the Lord, in the men of the Lord, in my circle, to get me to that point, because I was the singer, the crooner, the R&B-er, the I give you the sun, the rain, the moon, the stars, writing 12-page poems type looking ass. That was me. All right. But the Lord didn't give me the spirit of simpism. But what happens is, when you follow the American mindset, you start having tendencies of a simp. All right. And when the Lord sees that in a man that he don't want, he's going to get that shit out of you. And he's going to toughen you and harden you, which means you're going to cry, you're going to hurt, and it's going to harden you to the point where when you start to see the understanding of the truth, then you're going to come back into your masculinity in the balance that the Lord will have it in. Okay. And that's, you have to reject the symptoms of this world. And bitches will push you into that simp corner to get whatever the fuck she can get from you before she disposes of you and go on to the next cock. Okay? But I still got a little bit more, so I want to...
So, what do you suggest?
Come on.
Willing, but they wasted all their time telling all these good... you're not my type, and I need a man that's gonna do all this stuff for me. You too, bro.
The women in the West do.
Feminism is a
If,
for me. Y'all brag about the fact that y'all don't cook. You brag about the fact that you're not cleaning for nobody. You brag about the fact that you're selfish. You brag about all these things that are contrary to what a man wants. What happens is they start approaching that wall. Once they are approaching that wall, or once they hit it, they already got kids. They're not in their prime anymore. And then they get frustrated. They try to convert other women and try to convince other women that they also don't need men, because now they no longer qualify. Now what are you left with? You're broken, used, washed up, your self-worth, your dignity, all of that done gone. Now what you gonna do? You love talking about yourself, and you can do bad all by yourself, and it's all about me, and because I'm the prize. Where are your results then? If you're the prize, who's the prize winner? If you're the prize, where is the collector of the prize? No matter how old a man
And I
is,
love
he's
that.
gonna have options. Younger, finer, fitter, willing, but they wasted all their time telling all these good men, oh no, you're not my type, and I need a man that's gonna do all this stuff for me. You too broke for me. Y'all brag about the fact that y'all don't cook. You brag about the fact that you're not cleaning for nobody. You brag about the fact that you're selfish. You brag about all these things that are contrary to what a man wants. What happens is they start approaching that wall. Once they are approaching that wall, or once they hit it, they already got kids. They're not in their prime anymore. And then they get frustrated. They try to convert other women and try to convince other women that they also don't need men, because now they no longer qualify. Now what are you left with? You're broken, used, washed up, your self-worth, your dignity, all of that done gone. Now what you gonna do? You love talking about yourself, and you can do bad all by yourself, and it's all about me, and because I'm the prize. Where are your results then? If you're the prize, who's the prize winner? If you're the prize, where is the collector of the prize? No matter how old a man gets, he's always gonna have options.
Now, I was at my brother's karaoke joint, and it was a particular girl that one of my brothers dealt with, and briefly, and we see her all the time, and she confided in me last time I saw her, and she's like, and she had this look like this: I need a husband. I need a fucking husband. I mean, fuck. And she started, talking about, how lonely, and she, and she's fine, and like, what the fuck. In my mind, I was like, well, you had a brother. You did everything right for him, and you never know what could have happened. But then she turned out with her, like she said, I need this, I need that, I want the motherfucking money. A man who's gonna do this, bitch, you in your 40s, you got kids, you're chunky, and you ain't all that, that's what you get. And every single woman will always tell you that they have thrown away a good man, the good spirit, good, gentle, loving, and all that. All right. Every woman will tell you that. And Satan just turned off my phone. I don't know, turn off the car, but I didn't mean to turn off the phone. The phone tweaking. Oh, it reset or reboot. What the fuck is this? Satan, right? It's okay. Technology, Esau's and the devil. All right, I'm gonna hit some of these on the comment board while I get my phone back up. It's like it. That was Satan. All right. See, it's like it. Luke MD said Isaiah 54:17. I'll pull it up. He said, please. So I can't, I cannot resist going to Isaiah 54:17 to explore that real quick because it is not coming off the top of my head. So let's see. Isaiah. This is bullshit. The phone to tweet. Okay, 54:17. The phone is tweaking like for real. Con. No weapon formed that is no weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper, and every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn. This is the heritage of the servants of the Lord, and the righteousness is of me, saith the Lord. And this is right. What's up, boss?
We just got two in. I'm gonna go pick up something at the deli right here and drop it off to Grub Hub. But we just got two in. I think I should be back by then.
Okay, cool,
like
cool.
10 minutes away.
All right, I got you. Beautiful. May the Lord bless today. May the Lord bless, make some money. All right, yeah, but yeah, no weapon formed against thee shall prosper. And Esau has weaponized our women to come against us, to be a thorn in our side. Esau did this. The enemy did this. All right? But the Lord says, every tongue that shall rise up against thee, that means your bitch too, your woman too, the Lord's going to condemn, because we're going to condemn it. The woman at the other store that came against me, I put in her face, I told her, Shalak, right, and why not? Yeah, she said, yeah, voodoo and all that. Fuck your voodoo and your voodoo God and all the other shit. And I said, oh, you just cursed out the Lord, and the Most High really gonna get you now. I can step the fuck back now. Let him go ahead and get your ass. And the Lord's gonna come from them words, man. It's gonna happen eventually. Okay? You just gotta be patient and wait. All right? Vengeance is mine, said the Lord. He will repay. So we sit back, we put the curse on him, we sit back and watch. Because the most high is for our turn, and we're about righteousness. Guess what he's going to do? He's going to defend us and our cause. And like Elder Malcolm, it reaffirms in my spirit, and God bless that brother. When we have our personal talks, and I'll lament on not having my daughter being taken from me, and and that bullshit. And he'll be like, man, brother, trust me. She think about you every day. Not talking about not only my daughter, but my ex. And I haunt her. The spirit haunts her. He said, trust me. And I know this, but it's always comforting to hear that. Say, especially when the Lord sends another man to tell you that it's really the Lord comforting you, because it's nothing that we men love better than our women and our children, man. And not having them and being ripped from us is part of the bane of our existence, man. All right. It vexes our spirit and our soul. Okay, they say my device is overheating. God damn, my device is overheating. I guess I had it plugged up too long. Yeah, Esau bullshit. Okay. All right, but that was a great precept, brother. Ban Malak, Job 39:17, because God hath deprived her wisdom, neither hath he imparted to her understanding. See, the Lord did not give Esau Edom the of Slakia. Lord didn't give the woman wisdom, as he said. They don't have that sixth sense, that spiritual awakening, that unction from the Holy One to understand how to break things down, to build things up, to run this or run that. The women don't have that. Okay, has the Most High used a woman in those type of capacities before? Absolutely. He used Deborah. Why? Because the men of the Lord had acted such a fool and was so out of order, that, if you go back into the book of Judges, the Lord was saying all the time, he said, man, soon as the righteous judge died, they went immediately back into wickedness. And between the next time, that next judge being risen up, Jake would go into all matter of wickedness without righteous leadership of a righteous man. So had the Lord used Deborah, who was the wife of Lapidoth, who could have been a prophet, I'm not 100% sure, but she could have been a daughter of a prophet, a granddaughter, a man in her circle was a prophet, which she believed and followed, which is how a woman becomes a prophetess. She has to be raised up by a man of the Lord. Say you have all these men of the Lord, and we have children, we have daughters, and they hear our videos, and they listen to our teachings and our correction and our lessons and our prophecies, and they are a righteous woman, they believe, then that woman might become a prophetess and echo those same said words. All right, but a prophetess is not a woman where the Lord is coming and saying, now go out into the highways and byways and go compel the men, go compel the women. That's not, one woman has been commissioned to do that. Okay, so you have to understand what a prophetess really means. All right, because I can hear Deborah, and a few other ones that are mentioned in the scriptures. Where's that book teaching and prophesying prophecies? Deborah told him that we were supposed to go fight at that battle and that we were going to win. All right, because the Lord told her to tell Barak, and then she was in order, and she asked, and she would not demand and tell motherfuckers what to do. All right, you don't understand the spirit of the Lord. All right, and of a righteous woman, because she did not want to step outside of her bounds, because she knew better. All right. It's not gonna get you, motherfuckers, man. I see some roaches that got up on there. The water, I appreciate. I'm glad I didn't see it because I didn't feel like being vexed by that shit. All right. Yeah, the brother wrote that. The water, y'all been working. See, yeah, perfect. Get them. Okay, I'm gonna hit a couple more of these. Man. And the reason why the Lord is going in on these things, because the Lord is about to overturn all this. The C hip is about to come out. That's why a lot of videos about the micro C to the hip is coming out. The chariots, a lot of brothers doing videos on chariots. Why? Because that's about to come. World War III, Civil War, and the downfall of the end of the downfall of the wicked women, man. It's coming, man. That's why the Lord is correcting all this bullshit. And the mindsets of the righteous are going to be, brought to the forefront now. Okay. I'm going to keep it moving. I'm going to go back to this one.
Younger, finer, fitter. I have been single for 6 years. 6. Now, I know what some of y'all probably thinking. How, why? What made you do that? You gonna die alone? I get it. But I've been single for 6 years. And of course, it was by choice. Y'all know that. You know what I mean? I ain't never got a problem finding a man. But for me, I wanted to take the man out of the equation for a little while. And I wanted to just be single and just be in my own energy. And spend time with myself. And that time has lasted for 6 years. I ain't gonna lie. I'm having a good time. Do you hear me? It's been a good time. I have been enjoying, being single. And I have been really selfish. I've been selfish with my time, with my energy, just selfish with myself. I didn't want to share me for a while. And I think that should be okay for a lot of women to do. And men, like some of y'all men, y'all need to take a break. Put that dick away, honey, okay? But I have been single for
Now, that was part of that. That's the reason why she made the cut. But it also show you the stupidity of women. Because in them 6 years of her singledom, what was she doing? Fucking random niggas. Okay, being a hoe. All right? But she's gonna have the same problem, hitting the wall, no protection, no hedge. That's gonna be an example of a woman sitting on the streets, losing her motherfucking mind, wondering where all the good men at. 6 years. Oh, she'll eat all them laughs and all them words, man.
Your moms, your aunties.
God damn it.
That's not what I do. I have my own daughters. One is married, one's going to be married soon. So y'all really need to have conversations with your moms, aunties, mentors, okay? For women over 40, y'all, this dating landscape is different. No one is really talking to us about how different the dating landscape is. I went through it at 43, married at 44, maybe I was 42, I don't know. But I'm 45 now, and I'm doing my best to help y'all understand it's limited, okay? You want the clearance rack, okay? You gotta pick the best. We're manager special. It's not what it was in your 20s. It's not what it was in your 30s. And some of y'all over 50 that I'm meeting don't really still think y'all got options. You're so independent and set in your ways, you blame it on the men. But it's you, sis. It's you. Your moms, your aunties, someone around you should.
It is y'all.
It's impossible for women after 40 to find a boyfriend. I have no children, I cook delicious food, and I have a big house. Am I really that bad? This is extremely sad, and unfortunately it seems a lot of women are finding themselves in this exact same position, and the reason they're finding themselves there is because feminists for the last 40 years have told women that they need the boss babe, and the most empowering form of womanhood is to be a half-rate bastardized version of what you think a man is like. Go and climb the corporate ladder, sleep with as many people as you possibly can, and you'll be super fulfilled until you hit 40 years old. Your biological clock has run out, you can't have children, and no man wants to marry you. And I don't say all of this to make fun of this woman. I actually feel very badly for her, but the reality is we have to warn future generations of young women that this is not a position you want to find yourself in at age 40. Reject the feminist propaganda. It's impossible for women after 40 to find a boyfriend. I have no children, I cook delicious food, and I have a big house. Am I really that bad? This is
A lot of y'all don't want to hear this,
Keep going.
but I'm going to tell you, because I love black men so much, stop wasting your time with black women. Stop. They not loving you. They not listening. They not willing to submit. They think they too independent to be submissive and be equal and be a companion and be a comforter and bring you peace. They think they too good for that because they mama told them to go get them a man with some money since they knew how to talk and walk. Go get you a white woman. She's going to get money, have good credit, come with a house and land and still be submissive. Go get you a white woman. Still be submissive. Sure is. They still gonna submit and still treat you and love your dirty jaws. Love you on your sweatiest day. And not talk about you to her other caring friends. She's not gonna talk about your business. Go get you a white woman. I'm trying to tell you. Listen to me. Listen. Go get you a white woman. These black heifers don't appreciate you, you black king. Y'all don't want me because I'm too loud. Y'all don't want me because I'm too over-sexual, but I'm submissive. I got my own money. I got my own this. I got my own that. I ain't got no fucking sense. But go get you a white woman.
Now she said, I ain't got no sense. I'm too over this and over that. She's been honest. That's the spirit of a lot of our women. They think they got it. They think they boss bitches. But now she's starting to see the folly of that shit, and at the same time battling to the point where she's like, yeah, go get somebody else because I ain't ready yet. My shit's still off. You know what I'm saying? That's how far gone our women are. You know what I'm saying? And if you're blessed to get a woman, a young woman especially, you know, especially being an older man, you know, which the Most High has blessed me, you know. But then sometimes they come, sometimes they go, you know. But I've learned and I've changed in how I deal with women now. I'm rough. I never was the rough man. I was always the smooth, cool. Try to use wisdom and what the bam. And now it's no, I'm blunt, I'm rough. You don't like it, get the fuck out. And I promise you it works better. Because if somebody really wants you and know what you offer and bring to the table, they're gonna think, well, okay, fuck that. I'm just gonna humble down. And if not, they're gonna dip. So then dip or stay. It's on them. But what I'm not going to do is compromise Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, the word of God, or my masculinity or my kingship for no woman anymore. I don't give a fuck how fine you are. I don't give a fuck how young you are. I don't give a how cute you are. I don't give a fuck about how much money you got, what toys you got. I don't give a fuck about none of that. I care if you give me peace. You know? So I commend the women that give me peace. And I'll go over to beyond the call of duty for the woman who gives me peace. You know, I'll go in the hole and have to work a couple extra hours for the woman that give me peace. All right? But outside of that, I ain't giving you shit. All right? And I told a woman that before. I told one of the, my little lady friends, I told her, look, as long as you got those bullshit going on in your crib, as long as you're doing this bullshit, you ain't gonna have me. All you can have is a little bit of this dick if you catch it. And they might not get that too. Because that doesn't move me. You know? I'm moved by the Spirit of the Lord, and a woman who follows the Spirit of the Lord, which is what's the Spirit of the Lord that's within me, all right, and the Scriptures, all right, and she lives within her femininity, knows how to talk like a lady, act like a lady, and look like a lady, and be a lady, all right. The man loves nothing better, all right. And shalom to my little lady, I see her just popped up on the screen. This is what it's going to look like in the kingdom, though. Check this out. This is Isaiah 13:12. I will make a man more precious than the fine gold, even man than the golden wedge or Ophir.
And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name, to take away our reproach. I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the gold wedge of Ophir. And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name, to take away our reproach.
Only thing I have a problem with that video is I wouldn't be running away from all them bitches. I would have been, come my ladies, come my babies, come on. Shit, fuck out of here. I ain't running from y'all bitches. Now I'll be running like that from Keisha. And that Keisha mindset. Alright.
You see a household that's super out of order, typically the woman is imposing her will on the man. Because women typically agree. Because women, I mean, you can't be in order if she's doing OnlyFans, right? I just think the natural order of the world is God, men, women, children. And this sounds extreme when you first hear it, but right now we have a society where men and women have been told we're equal, right? And we have an equal say, you just have to find a balance, etc., whatever. And the issue with that is ever since we've gotten power, what's happened? We've left our husbands, we've gotten into all this debt, we've gone on OnlyFans, all this shit, right? So that tells me women, we don't make wise decisions on our own. But we've been told that we do, and we really don't. We've been told that we're smarter, and we're really not. And I think that leaves us to live in delusion, when I think you're supposed to trust the guy you have kids with to follow his judgment. If you were at work and every time your boss wanted to make a decision you argued, that would never work. Right? So we'll give the best of us to our boss, but we won't give it to the person we're having a family with. It's backwards.
I mean, brother, the mindset is changing.
Women end up in side chick situations, or situations where there's a wife and there's a side chick, which to me is a very toxic situation. A very toxic situation. It would be better if we were to practice polygyny. More women would have husbands, and there would be less competition, and women would live in sisterhood. They would love each other and care for each other and care for children. Children would have more mothers. So imagine that type of impact on our community when our people have more mothering.
And that sister wife is coming back. The women gonna understand the sisterhood and the sister wives and love each other as sisters and wives of that one particular man. I tell my little lady friends, I tell them, if you want to impress me, give me a woman. I told my ex that, my baby mama, and she was like, well, I know I ain't righteous because I showed when Apostle Tara said, your woman's so righteous, ask her to get you another woman. My wife saw that video and she's like, well, shit. And now you see where we at, And the Lord is going to, I promise you, every single word of God is going to come back, man. He said, my words shall not return unto me void, but shall accomplish whereunto I sent it.
I think black men like natural hair and also confidence. You know, I think women are lying when they say, oh, black men don't like natural hair. No one hates natural hair more than black women. I don't even get up and think, I wonder if he's going to accept my natural hair, or I wonder if he's going to, I don't ever think that, because I am presenting myself real as who I am. And so I expect anybody that I'm around, be it a black man, a white man, white woman, to accept me for who I am. When you hear a lot of women claiming that, oh, black men don't like it, it's really just them lying. They don't like it. When you hear black women start insulting each other, if they come and try to insult me, the first thing they're going to say is Miss Seeley, or some, you know, your nappy head or something. Right. Black women are a lot more harsh about black hair than any man or any other race could ever be. And so really, they aren't comfortable with who they really are, because if they did, they wouldn't feel the need to get up and put on somebody else's hair. They wouldn't feel the need to have to put on 2 pounds of makeup. They think they're ugly, but they constantly say, you know, we are black excellence or black girl magic. Well, the magic needs to be abracadabra. Let me see who you really are. Because all of this, I love the skin I'm in. You don't, because you're constantly changing it.
That's right. And we men don't like it. I'm telling you, we don't like no fake eyelashes. We don't like the fake lips. We don't like the fake eyebrows. We don't like that fake hair. We don't like all the rainbow colors all up in that shit. We don't like it. We tell women this all the time, but they still do them. So like, who the fuck are you impressing? You ain't impressing me. You know what I'm saying? You yourself. But I don't like that. I thought you was fucking with me. We don't want no BBLs. We don't want no fake tits and fake ass. We want everything all natural. And women don't understand. I like little tits. I like big tits. I like little booty. I like big booty. I like long hair. I like short hair. I like all of that. And I'll take you as you are. But as long as it's natural. Fuck. These women don't get it, man.
I think black
braids, like the
Cornrows?
Yeah, I don't see it a lot no more, but you know when you get that wash and set and you got like your opinions and you got like the but like I like the fro, of course. I like the bun when it's you know what I mean? I like the natural shit, man. Whatever y'all do with it, I like it. I love it. With my lady, I like when she just have it out, mostly like the curly puff, you know? Yeah, the fro. I like some women with the short bobs. Some women, yeah, that's what I'm talking. Nia Long. I love Nia Long. That's the one lady that my lady will let me try to holler at.
I'm not gonna lie, I love locks on black women. Like that to me is just like my weakness. Braids, obviously, but not the gel braids. So, you know,
not the Meek Mills.
Not the Meek Mills. Like y'all said, the afro, like I love the curly, you know, natural curly hair. Like you said, that short hair style. Like you have to have a certain face build, like to kind of pull that.
You have to have a nice smile. I think I do the ponytail too.
Yeah, I appreciate the ponytail. I just love the natural hair on black women. That's my weakness.
Man, we'll tell you what the fuck we like. They don't like, and a real woman, in the mindset of a real woman, she'll look at that and she'll be in her glory. And I promise you, she's going to be rewarded.
If women are the carriers of life, then that means that men provide the seed of life. So that means technically the children belong to the men, which is why children get the last name of their fathers. So the children belong to the men, right? So with that being said, why is it that women always talk about children in a possessive ownership type of way, as if they weren't simply the carriers of the child? Like why do they talk about men as if men wasn't the whole spark of life that gave them the children to carry? Like if it wasn't for men and their seeds, none of us would be here. So why do we always talk about men in a passive way when it comes to children, but we want to act like women were solely responsible for birthing children?
And for the record, you men, don't be claiming all my claims that I'm showing y'all for for the record. Because some of these women are beautiful. She was absolutely gorgeous to me. I don't know what it was, but wow. But I have to back her up in Second Maccabees, all right, the 7th chapter, because she said something. And I've had this conversation with women multiple times, and they'll act like that's my child. You wouldn't have had this child unless I put her into you. Whoever puts the seed is the owner of the product. It's just simple. This is 2 Maccabees 7, and this is another righteous mindset of a woman. Verse 20. But the mother was marvelous above all and worthy of honorable memory. That's why we honor her with this memory and the scripture. For when she saw her 7 sons slain within the space of one day, she bare it with good courage because of the hope that she had in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Yea, she exhorted every one of them in her own language, the Hebrew, filled with courageous spirits, and stirring up her womanish thoughts with a manly stomach, she said unto them, I cannot tell you how you came into my womb, for neither I gave you breath nor life, neither was it I that formed the members of every one of you, but doubtless the Creator of the world, who formed the generation of man and found out the beginning of all things, will also of his own mercy give you breath and life again, as ye now regard not your own selves for his law's sake. And that's a righteous woman mindset. I don't know how you came in my womb. I don't know how your members were formed. I didn't know how you were what. Matter of fact, I just knew you was in my belly, and you came out with some pain. So you're the Lord's, and you're this man's. That you're his, and you're the Lord's, and you're my baby. And that's the order it's supposed to be, you know. And she had that spirit right there on her, and that is attractive. That is compelling. That is to a man. All right? Y'all don't get it?
Women are the carry husband. Trust me, the moment you accept this, your life's gonna change. Men need more than one woman, and men crave more than one woman. See, the thing is, we don't want to say this to ourselves. We prefer to say, I'm enough, but it has nothing to do with you. As a matter of fact, when you understand this and have this real talk with your husband, when you understand this, the bond you have with your husband will be unbreakable. You need to bring more women for your husband. Trust me, the moment you accept this, your life's gonna change. Men need more than one woman, and men crave more than one woman.
And I break this out, and I tell women this because when a woman's on her period, for 7 days I can't deal with you, and some women have longer periods, so for 14 days I cannot touch you. Don't sit in the same bed, room, and anything with you, according to the law, statutes, commandments. So what am I supposed to do? What the fuck? No, I'm supposed to have another comfort. Look at Leah. Look at Rachel. They provided Zilpah and Bilhah. Look at Sarah. She provided Hagar. You got to understand, a man has needs. The family has needs that you can't comprehend. When a woman has a man child, I can't touch you for damn near 2 months or so. When a woman has a woman child, I can't touch you for a month. So what am I supposed to do? I got needs. I need comfort too. Fuck you. Wait for me. God damn. I'm hot now. Fuck. Y'all don't get it. And it's not just sexual. All right? It's mental. It's spiritual. It's emotional. A one woman cannot be there for me emotionally, spiritually, and romantically the way I need. She might not even understand and speak a certain love language that I have. But another woman does. But then what she don't got, you got. What you don't got, she got. What she don't got, the other one got. You don't know. Follow the Spirit of the Lord. He knows. And we men know. Man.
Struggling to get this in my car. Men are walking back and forth. No one is trying to help me.
But why should they? And why would they even want to? After all, women have been telling men over and over again to leave them alone. Women are independent. They don't need men. And now some are complaining when men are actually listening to them.
They don't make real men anymore. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not all men, because there are good men out there.
That's a very good point. There are good men out there.
as a woman, like, you don't see men holding doors anymore. They don't help anymore. They rush and sit down on trains and buses before women and pregnant women and elderly are sitting down. It's just a hot mess out here. But
this really shouldn't come as a surprise. After all, isn't this what some women wanted? What modern feminism was pushing for? For women to be treated as equals to men, right? No special treatment needed. Don't need to hold open a door. Why help out? Women can do everything themselves just as good as men can. But now it seems some are complaining that they got exactly what they asked for.
That's right.
Who is better at communication, men or women?
Women. Women are better at communication. Women, for sure.
If men are worse at communication, why do so many women expect men to read their body language rather than just be direct?
Oh my God. I don't know.
Are men expected to be mind readers?
Yes.
Is there a difference between what women say that they want in a relationship and what they actually respond to?
Absolutely.
If so, how are women better at communication?
We're not.
But you just said that they were.
I lied. Clearly, I'm not communicating well. Duh.
You can't make this
Can
up.
we just cut the shit about men not being abused? Women abuse men every single day. They psychologically abuse them. They emotionally abuse them. They verbally abuse them. They financially abuse them. And they physically abuse men. Get the fuck out of here.
Crispy Garden, listen, we're going to preface this message already because a lot of you are going to want to come on here and be combative. Yes, we know that there are single mothers in the world who bear the weight of the world on their shoulders because of a deadbeat father. We get that. What I'm about to say is to a marginalized group of people. If this don't apply, let it fly. You don't have to comment on here and tell me that it goes both ways. That's a given. Again, this message is to a very select group of people who need to hear it, all right? Some kids out here are fatherless because their mothers want to prove a point, and it's terrible. It's grave. Some women are complete demons to men and then want to call them a deadbeat. You got some men out here who genuinely love their children and they want to be around their children. They want to be there in their lives, supporting them whichever way that they can. But women, some women want their way. If I can't have my way, I will make your life a living hell. And that's on everything. This is the mentality of some women, and we gonna expose it. This is a queen to queen talk. Picture yourself in a women's convention, okay? We talking about this because this is going to strengthen us from within. You cannot go out here and try to control a man. If it did not work out between you guys, if he's choosing not to marry you, okay? Because technically, before you laid down, you probably should have secured the ring. But since things happen, and if it didn't go as planned, it's okay. Now a child is in the picture. So that means what? We can't always have our way and our wants to come to fruition when you got a child. Listen, a child needs a mother to stand in the gap and be mature, to put their needs before hers. Some women will allow a child to face hell in their life, be apart from their father, because they want their way. Oh, if you ain't gonna marry me, honey, if I ain't gonna get no ring, I can rest assured you gonna see your child another day in his life or her life. It's terrible. And it creates grave effects for the child later on, but you're not thinking about that child. It's all about you. It's your world, big girl, ain't it? That's terrible. You're selfish. This is a self-check moment. You can't do that. Some women on top of that, oh, you know that he got plans with somebody new that he with? You want to control a man and treat him like a child by using his child against him. Well, I know I said 6 o'clock. I'm at the mall still getting my hair done. It'll be 7:30. Oh, well, I ain't going to be around there. I'm dropping him to my mama. If you want to go get him, you could go get him from his mom, from my mama's house. It is what it is. You can't be nasty like that. And then get on social media, do whatever, talk ill about somebody. And better yet, you got an even more grave thing that a lot of women want to do. Oh, you don't want to give me no ring? You don't want to do? Well, the baby ain't yours anyway. Well, she ain't yours. He ain't yours. It is what it is. So what? Okay. What? That's petty. That's petty. I'm going to tell you straight up and down, because some people going to encourage you in that foolishness. Okay? If he wanted to be with you, he just should have. Well, if he feel like that, all of y'all bitter and negative together. That's terrible. You don't apology straight up. You owe them an apology. You need to understand that when you do things like that, the humiliation, particularly when you say, oh, the baby ain't yours, and he thinking that straight up and down that this is his child. But you bruise a man and you say, you know, I was just mad. No. When you put that out in a public platform, understand the humiliation that's attached to it. A man may never come forth and tell you face to face what he is feeling, but some men are dying inside. Some men have a silent cry that only him and his brother know what he going through. Y'all wonder why the friends stop dealing with you. That man be dead inside because of something you're doing, trying to control him. And some of you gonna hear this message and say, well, whatever. It is what it is. That's nasty. That's rude, and you need to pray against that spirit of pride in your life. Some kids out here are fatherless because you as a mother want to prove a point. Love you much.
That's right. That was heavy.
Created a generation of narcissistic women, and what's happened is the rise of social media and the rise of online dating and the rise of feminism has taught women that they are not to for any poor choices. Every poor choice is glamorized. So if you want to be a sex worker, it's great. If you want to post in bikini pictures online, it's fine. If you want to be with it, every poor choice is glamorized, and every internal reflection is seen as gaslighting yourself. So they've even got terms for internal reflection to prevent it happening. And so what will happen is they are trained to not reflect on themselves because we've been told we've been oppressed for so many years. Now it's time to make sure we project. And so we don't take any accountability. And as a result, when we get into relationships, if we don't feel completely soothed all the time, he must be a narcissist. He must be a manipulator. He must be gaslighting. He, rather than I.
I can get every last one of you pregnant tonight. Me, by myself.
Yes.
Now let's flip it the other way, right? If it was all men here and it was just you as a woman, how many times could you get pregnant?
A singular time.
One time. The biology...
Lucky. Monzo.
Woman gets pregnant one time by one man and then has to stick with that for 9 months. So if you and I go off and we both want to be 304s, I can impregnate half of Miami, but you just have to wait 9 months. You're pregnant by that one guy. You are designed to be dominated by one man. You are soil for one man. But a man is designed to spread his seed. Furthermore, you can only be soil up until you're about your mid-30s. And I can continue to sling this high-quality seed to the day I die.
I love that. I love that. All right. So that I think that was I had a whole bunch more videos, but I caught them and then I never got the rest of them that's in my folder because that's enough. All right, well over what I wanted to do in far as timing, but the Spirit does things, and it's really just to really exhort you men and exhort you women to be more of the right mindsets. A woman to be submissive to her husband, and a man to be stern and rule over his house. We have to end simplism, and we have to win women independence. All right. Until then, it's going to be problems and troubles in the flesh, as Paul said. All right. I want to get Proverbs, the 30th. I know because they're about to be calling me in for an order pretty soon. Proverbs 31 and 2. What one? The words of the king Lemuel, the prophecy that his mother taught him. What, my son, and what the son of my womb, and what the son of my vows? Give not thy strength unto women, nor thy ways to that which destroyeth kings. It is not for kings, O Lemuel, it's not for kings to drink wine, nor princes strong drink, lest they drink and forget the law and pervert the judgment of any of the afflicted. Give strong drink unto them that is ready to perish, and wine unto those that be of a heavy heart. Let him drink and forget his poverty, and remember his misery no more. Open thy mouth for the dumb, and the cause of all such as are appointed to destruction. Open thy mouth, judge righteously, and plead the cause of the poor and needy. Who can find a virtuous woman? for her price is far above rubies. The heart of her husband doth safely trust in her, so that he shall have no need of spoil. She will not do him, she will do him good and not evil all the days of her life. She seeketh wool and flax and worketh willingly with her hands. Oh, man, these women don't know how to cook, clean, sew, have a desire to do none of it. All right? She's like the merchant ship. She brings her food from afar, always looking for this new recipe, looking for this new thing, something to impress her husband and his palate and the family's palate. She rises also while it's yet night and giveth meat to her household and a portion to her maidens. Got the crock pot going at 3 o'clock in the morning, so by 6 o'clock in the evening the next day, the meal is ready. You know what I'm saying? She considereth the field and buyeth it with the fruit of her hands. She planteth the vineyard. She girdeth her loins with strength, and strengtheneth her arms. She perceiveth that her merchandise is good. Her candles goeth not out by day. She layeth her hands to the spindle, and her hands hold the distaff. She stretcheth out her hand to the poor. Yea, she reacheth forth her hands to the needy. She is not afraid of the snow, for all her household are clothed with scarlet. She maketh herself coverings of tapestry. Her clothing is silk and purple. Her husband is known in the gates, when he sitteth among the elders of the land. She maketh fine linen and selleth it, and delivereth girdles unto the merchant. Strength and honor are her clothing, and she rejoiceth in the time to come. She openeth her mouth with wisdom, and her tongue is the law of kindness. She looketh well to the ways of her household, and eateth not the bread of idleness. I haven't been inside. It might be ready. Let me. I'll be in there one sec. Many daughters have done virtuously, but thou excellest them all. Favor is deceitful and beauty is vain, but a woman that feareth the Lord shall be praised. Give her the fruit of her hands, and let her own works praise her in the gates. That's a righteous woman. That's a righteous mindset. That's a woman telling herself, man, fuck this shit. Don't be so fucked up in the world and so drunk and so messed up that you mess up your mindset. Find a woman like this, a woman who's going to cook, a woman that's going to clean, a woman that's going to be all about the Most High, a woman that's going to be all about you. That's a righteous woman. That's what we want. And if a woman ain't got that, she's a whore, she's a bitch, and she's for the streets. She's wicked and was going to be killed and destroyed and lament for the teats. Women of the streets will lament for the teats. All right? I got to go and check in. Oh, well, you know what? I might have a moment. He didn't bring enough food. Okay, cool. Perfect. I just got to go ahead. Okay, I thought I had to rush because I definitely had to get that one. That's a righteous woman. Now that the Spirit gave me a little bit more time, and this is longer than I've been in a minute. And I used to be Mr. L-Dub anyway. I've been really trying to be concise in my videos.
Nothing was ready, but it looked like something was coming out the oven.
Perfect. It's about that time. It takes about 45 minutes to an hour for the ovens to warm up. So even when we get those early orders, they got to heat the.
Back in the day, there used to be someone that came like an hour early.
You talking about Paul? I know. But see, but Paul, he wouldn't pay. He didn't pay Paul to come in that extra hour. He only make him from that show. He's so cheap, and so now I told him.
He's putting the customers behind them. So
yes, because he's losing money.
Yes,
I tell you, that's what I'm saying, bro. It's not just
if that's the case, just do the little kitchen orders in the beginning, and that's it. While the oven's up.
But even then, it takes the grills to get up in the kitchen and the fryers to get up too. So you need, if you open at 10, you should have somebody here at 9.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I see why my guy was on Grubhub. I was on it for like a second, and they gave me an order to Delhi or the Kingston. 80 or something. $12 fucking. Right. What's wrong?
But I usually try to do that too. I do DoorDash and stuff sometimes,
I
but
got booted off DoorDash.
They don't pay good. Matter of fact,
$2.
We're gonna give me 1 second. Hey, Shalom. The Spirit is changing to work. Hopefully this has been edifying to the Spirit and party. How about you, All praises and honor glory. How about you, Shai about Shema Kakadash, double honors to the apostles. Shalom to Akim, shalom to the righteous women, shalom to the children, the hopeful righteous elect. Hopefully this was edifying. Until next time, shalom. And you know what I'm about to say. Say it with me. Kwam Yasharala and